YouTube, and welcome to It's DawnyWawnyTime. I'm calling this segment Sunday Cooking Time, y'all. Yeah, Sunday cooking. I just realized that anything could be a video. Really, anything could be a video. So I was preparing Sunday dinner, and I want to incorporate cooking into my channel because that's a part of who I am as well. And so today I'm making homemade gravy. How many of y'all know how to make homemade gravy from scratch? I'm not talking about buying it out the store in the little jar, the can, bringing it home and heating it up in the pan. Although that's a quick deal, and I do that sometimes, but sometimes I just want some good old homemade gravy. So that's what we're doing today. So if you want to see how I make my homemade gravy, the first thing to making homemade gravy is you need oil. And I just use simple olive oil. Now back in the day we used to use Crisco grease and all of that kind of thing going on, but I'm trying to eat a little bit more healthier, so I use a lot of olive oil in a lot of everything that I cook. And so as you can see, I've got my oil in there. And you kind of like want your oil enough, or you want enough oil so that when you put your flour in to brown it, the oil soaks up the flour and it'll brown. But mind you now, the more oil you put in, the more flour you have to put in, which means the more gravy that you're going to be making. So I've got my oil in my nice good old iron skillet. I know y'all cooking in these iron skillets because we grew up with iron skillets. So the first thing I'm going to do then, I'm going to take my flour and I'm just going to sprinkle that flour all in the oil. Okay? And as you can see, my oil was hot. And you kind of want it hot. Okay? And so I'm just going to sprinkle all this flour. Now, don't ask me how much flour I'm using, y'all. I can't tell you. Because I don't measure anything. And I kind of want to stir it all up. And now I'm using this little handy dandy thing from Pampered Chef. I used to sell Pampered Chef long ago, so I have a lot of Pampered Chef. But you can use a fork, or you can use whatever you need to use. So what I do is I just stir this flour in here. Make sure it's all in the oil. Try to keep it from being lumped up. And now here comes the fun part. Browning it. You gotta wait and let your flour brown. Now while I'm waiting for that flour to brown, I go ahead and I add my seasoning. So I'm gonna add a little salt. And again, I'm using sea salt. I'm gonna add some pepper. And you can use white pepper too. I just happen to pull out the black pepper. I'm gonna add a little onion powder. Because I like my stuff, I like all my food to have some seasoning in it. I don't know about y'all. And then I'm going to add a little garlic. Because I put a little garlic in everything. It's good for your heart. And I'm older now, so. And then I stir. And then I stir. Oh, yeah. And so y'all can see that it's starting to turn brown. Now, you can let actually what this is I'm starting it out as a roux. That's what they'll call this, a roux. But however dark you want your gravy, then that's how long you cook it till it gets to that darkness that you want. Now they do have items out there like this here kitchen bouquet browning and seasoning sauce, and I do use that as well. But today I'm just going to use the good old-fashioned, the way our grandmamas made gravy, by browning this flour. And as you can see, again, it's browning. Okay? So you just want to stir it. You don't want it to burn. That's why you got to keep stirring it. And that's part of the reason probably why a lot of young people don't want to fool with making homemade gravy. Because it is a lot of stirring, because you don't want it to scorch. You got to keep that flour moving because it will burn on you. Okay? So once it gets to the consistency It's already at the consistency, actually. But once it gets, I want it a little more brown. And I'm hoping y'all can see all of this. But yeah, I'm just cooking, child. I've been filming today and cooking today and praising the Lord today. I didn't go to church because I don't go to church on Palm Sunday or Easter or Mother's Day. Them days are too hectic and too long and too many people. Because you got those folk that only go to church on those days. You know what I'm saying? But hey, getting them in church don't matter what time, what day, as long as they getting in church. But yeah, that's all I've been doing today. So it's almost at that color that I want. Now I could let it go a little darker, but I think this is a good color for just some good old brown gravy. Like I said, the longer you brown and stir your flour, that's the color your gravy is going to be. And I am not a professional at all. I just cook and I figure, hey, why not film it? Because there's a video in everything. Everything you do can be a video. How you think they come up with reality TV, y'all? Okay, so that's about the color that I want it to be. So now here comes the other part. I'm going to slowly add some water to it. Because you want to do it slowly because this is hot. And I like to use, and again, you want to do it and stir because you don't want that flour. You don't want that flour to get what is the word I'm looking for? You want your gravy to be smooth. Ooh, I'm just flying all over the place. Okay? You don't want any lumps in it. And if you don't stir while you putting in that water, you will have lumps. Okay? And now also sometime what I'll do is I'll use chicken broth or beef broth instead of using water. I'll use chicken broth or beef broth to give it a little bit more flavor. But today I just want to do it the way I was raised, the way I was taught long time ago. Long time ago. How to make just a simple gravy. And so at this point, you just want to stir it and make sure you don't have lumps. And then you also want to make sure that everything is mixed all in there, and you can add your seasonings, some more seasonings at this point if you like. And if it seems to get a little bit thick on you, add a little more of your liquid, add a little more of your water, or a little more of your your beef broth or your chicken broth or whatever it is you want to use in it. So yeah, you see how that's no lumps? And it's thick. It's thickening up. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's my homemade gravy recipe. So, thumbs up. Thumbs up. This video if you want to see more recipes on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe. I want to thank you all for spending your time with me today. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And smooches!